We got a 2000 Ford Mustang with the 3.8 liter in it. It's a rough old bird. This person's a really good customer of mine. This is her son's car, so I usually don't take stuff like this, but not a big deal. Try to go through it, figure out what's going on. I've already fixed one complaint, and there's the windshield wipers not working. I did not video that. I found something kind of interesting on the windows aren't working, rolling up and down. When I first got this car, it had wires running from here down here into the actual driver's seat to try to manually control the windows with the switch. They had all this cut up and messed up, so I have worked on that and straightened that up. Well, the windows are not working at all. I'm not sure what's going on yet, but yeah, so it's a mess. I've poked around a little bit. Well, we'll just have to see what we find. I pulled a wiring diagram and I started going through, you know, this thing has a GEM module, which is basically the BCM, body control module, and it controls the windows and the wipers and a few other things, I think. This is the switch, so this should be an all-time power, which I checked it here and it's good, and all these are good. So I'm going to run through at the switch and just check, you know, what do we have, what do we don't have. So when this switches, these toggle, so when this one switches to this side, this one switches off. It's kind of confusing, but it kind of toggles back and forth. It flips polarity from ground to power. It's like and then that controls the motor, window motor, that goes up and down. So first thing we'll do is I ran through all the fuses, make sure those were good, because I'm really starting to learn my lesson on these cars. It's good to check all your fuses first, and if there's some missing, find out what's supposed to be there. I mean, I'm tired of these missing fuse issues. It just causes a big headache. So anyway, let me set this camera down here, and these blue ones are our power. And we have power on those. I'm looking at this wiring diagram and I don't see the tan and light green one. I'm not sure where that one is. But I do see the white and yellow and the tan and blue. I see this one and this one. That one should have power on it. The tan and blue does. Here's the grounds. Let's see if the grounds are good. Well, why is the grounds lighting up? Does this thing have a bad ground? My test light's hooked up to ground. How are we getting power through that? Is that switch? Wait, what's going on here? Well, that's weird. So there should never be power on a ground. And there is. Let's see what kind of voltage is on it. So these black wires are these right here. And there is always 13 volts on them. And that goes to a ground. So this makes no sense. Yeah. So how's that happening? Is it shorted to power? Crazy. I'll have to figure this out. So I got to looking, and there's this big ball of wires. I don't know what's going on here. There's one wire that's broke right there. What in the world? There's like a big ball of tape on this. Let me try to pull this out. What in the world is this rat's nest? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to undo this tape and go through all these wires and put them back. Oh Lord. Yeah. What in the world? And yes, I have the battery unplugged. What is going on? This is insane. I have never seen such butchery. I mean, it's like somebody took a machete to it. No wonder the windows don't work. They don't pay me enough for this headache. Okay, so this is way too much to fix. I'm not going through all these wires. Some of them aren't even matching up. So I'm just gonna order a harness for this door. I actually found one on eBay. With shipping and all, it was $45. So, okay, so eBay to the rescue. And when it comes in, I'll put it in and we'll see what we got. All right, we're back and we have the parts. Right here is the door harness. So we're gonna try to figure out how to put it in, because I don't know. Doesn't look too bad. I just undo all this and it looks like it plugs up to the BCM, also known as the gym module, back in here. So I'm gonna do that. It looks like this part goes through here like that. It looks like there's only 2 plugs, so that doesn't look too bad. I'm gonna pop out the kick panel, this trim, the way we can see up in there. Okay, I got the old one out. Probably won't film putting the other one in. It's basically the same in reverse. There's 2 plugs in case you're doing this behind. They're behind this flap right here, right there. They go up behind there. You can't see them. You have to fill up in there. Took me a minute to find them. It's these 2 plugs right here. So if you're doing this job, you'll know. All right, we got the wiring harness back in, snapped together, and moment of truth, let's see if the windows work. Key on. Yes, they do. Awesome. So the lock still ain't working. Don't know why that is. But they just wanted the windows to work. It doesn't look like the passenger window is working either. But the driver window is. There's no power on these at all. Okay. Let me check a fuse. Maybe that's the issue. Okay, we're back on the Mustang. It's been a couple days. She does want me to fix the passenger window. So I got a diagram pulled up. All right, so here is the passenger window diagram. And it looks like if we just, let's test power here and here when we flip the switches on the passenger door. And just see if we have a light or a test light. I'm gonna put a test light from here to here with the bulb in the middle. So let's do that. Okay, so here is those two wires right here. I've already unplugged it, and I'm going to stick our test light in there. Okay, here's the light. Let's stick it right here. Let me turn the key on. Oh no, I think I left the key on. Dang it. The battery's dead. All right, I'm gonna put the key in the ignition now. And let's see if it works. Yes. So this thing just needs a motor. Awesome. Okay, I'll order a window regulator for this. I may show a little bit on how to put that in, and then we'll make sure it works, and we should be done with this thing, hopefully. Oh my gosh, we tried to put the regulator in this Mustang and we had a major issue. These things are really tough. I'll show you. So first we had to get this thing out, I literally had to cut the old one because it was jammed up. You can see, here's the old one where it was jammed up, and I had to cut it right there, and it just would not come out. We finally got it out, and then this happened. Over here, the window, the bracket that holds on here, it looks like this, but it's supposed to, there's one on this side. It came off. It just fell off. So I called my guy at a body shop that does this stuff all day long. He says, once those come off, you cannot glue them on. They will come off again. You have to get a whole window. A whole window? Really? At this point, I'm just gonna find a door. I mean, you can usually get these doors pretty cheap. I've already looked. I found one for like 200 bucks. Same year. And just put a door on it. I mean, you can look at this vehicle. It's spray painted anyway. So I'm gonna call the customer, see what they want to do, and I will turn the camera back on when I find out more. This video has been cut up into, I mean, weeks to make this video. So okay, back on the Mustang, and look what we got here. A new / used door. And yeah, they cut the wiring harness. Thank you very much. So we'll have to transfer the wiring harness over, the mirror, you know, all the jiggly bits. So here we go. Yeah, you'll never believe this. This glass is pulled apart in the same spot. Right down there, and the regulator's missing. I can't believe it. This is such bull crap. Alright guys, it's been a few weeks and we're still working on the Mustang. I'm not quite sure where we left off on the video, but I do know that we put the new door on, new / used. We went to put the door on and it just has a ton of slop in the door. It won't close right. And I noticed the hinge right here has excessive slop. So when you go up and down on it, it's just in this roller right there. So I'll try to move it. You can see it kind of moving there. That brings me to here, and we have a new door hinge right there, OE, and it looks like I'm gonna have to go through the fender well to get to it and get to the 2 bolts. It's probably gonna be too hard to film, but I'll take some highlights. We'll get it on, get it closed. Hopefully we'll be done with this. All right, we got the door hinge on and there's no more slop. And I'm pushing up on the door now and it is not moving at all. And it closes well. It closes really good. Before it was catching right there. So I'm gonna put on the door panels and this thing is done. The windows work, the wipers work. We're finally finished with this. Oh my gosh, it took forever to get the parts. Some people just don't understand what it really takes to fix these things. So it is what it is. I guess you gotta love what you do. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.